Hi guys, so we are talking about the Inquisitor's tale. Basically what happens is this king is going against 3 children and 1 dog. So the story starts in France, and there's a king named Louis. Louis is undefeatable. He has a strong army, and he's like undefeatable. If you're undefeatable, you're likely having a good king and a good army, basically. So basically in this story, let me just talk about it. These are the 3 children. So these are the 3 children and this 1 dog. So basically they are wanted, and they haven't been known till a week ago. Louis the king didn't know it, even the town, even the people didn't even know it. They didn't know it until now. They knew who these people are. They're famous and they're also wanted, and they are going against the king. Do we know why? No. This is why I read page 1, page 2, and page 3, and page 4. And you also have to read these 2 sections, as you can see. Yeah, you have to read those. And yeah. So we're basically going to talk about this. I'm in a series. I'm not going to finish everything, but we might go to chapter 2. Let's see. And I also have this phone of mine is sitting in my computer, so we might use the audiobook to like help us read through it, or I might read it. Let's see. So basically, yeah. So again, this random guy is talking about his experience knowing this story, knowing this popular thing that's going on. He knows about it. He's just like telling us about it. I love how he uses it. He's like telling that there's like 3 popular not popular, but 3 children with 1 dog, and yeah, and they're going against a war with the king. So this is kind of an interesting movie, I know that. And the guy is in an inn. He is discovering like what happened, what is going on. So he's in an inn where it says where everyone is in. They're all sitting this like one table, and he's sitting this like rough table with a wobbly chair, which is like saying this like inn is kind of old and probably not good quality, but they're all in the inn probably because it's cheaper and it's good. So he asked everyone that's wait 1 sec, give me a sec, sorry guys. Okay, he says, so does anyone know anything about these kids? There's this woman from the girl's town. She tells about this girl. She tells a story. She said she knew this girl. She knew this girl really well. So that's where the story starts. I'm gonna give a quick summary. She says her parents were farmers, so they worked till like sunrise till down. They're really they work in the hot sun and the Pleasance. They are like working hard for money, so they are Pleasant. So here, so basically the girl, she was small in the story. So let me just tell you what happened. She's a baby at a time when this lady's telling. So this lady is a brewster. As you can see, the brewster's tale. This is the lady. She is a lady with brown eyes, brown teeth, and remember, she's also Pleasant like them in the same town. So yeah. and she talks about a dog. The dog was really special to the parents. They were also the dog was also protective to their baby, so they allowed the dog to babysit her. And one day when the baby was being babysitted by the dog, while the parents were working the farm, a snake comes. It comes through that thick house. The house is made of the it is made out of mud and silk. And the lady mentions this house is like strong. It's thick. It didn't say strong, but it said thick, meaning like it's good. It's a good house. So let me tell you what the lady said. They will. So it says for as Janelle's for folks. So Janelle is this small girl. They're talking about this girl that the lady knew from the neighborhood. So they're talking about her. Now she just knows, so she doesn't know these other kids, but she knows her, so she's just like telling what she knows. So she basically says when she was a baby she had a dog. Sorry, there's also flies over here, so give me a sec. I feel like it's kind of windy over here. Okay, so she says like when she was a baby her parents were pleasant and they worked in the farm while the dog babysitted the baby girl. And one day while she was babysitting, a snake came. The dog got up and growled. This dog oh my god, I think I said the wrong word, like you said. This dog is protective of the baby, like protective. So he growled at the snake. This long snake, as you can see, he growled at the snake. So the snake was like, okay. The snake went really fast, but the dog was also fast. So the story just starts with the snake coming, probably to bite the baby. I'm not sure, but just comes. He comes through a small. Okay. He slithers inside the house. Maybe there was a small crack or something. It's not mentioned, but yeah, that has happened. Yeah, so he went inside, and the dog growled. He growled, trying to protect that baby girl because he knows he's like really small. No, wait one sec. It's a he or she. Yeah, it's a she. Yeah. So she's protective of the baby, and she growls. And once he moves really fast, even the dog's fast. So the dog grabs it by the tail, shakes it around until it's dead, and throws it that side. While it shakes, the snake, all the silk bed, all the silk went on the floor, and the fire pit in the middle, the fire pit, meaning there's rocks on it, were also around the ground. It was imagine stones all over. It's a mess, and then silk all over that side. Yeah. So it's all over. One sec. Let me see that. Yeah, so he was the dog was dancing around trying to kill a snake. So yeah, and while that was happening, all the one sec. So it says, then she began to shake the snake. She danced around the one-room house, shaking and shaking that snake until the hay, oh, it wasn't silk, it was hay of the bed. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. It was actually hay of the beds was scattered, and the stone circle of the fire was ruined, and the adder, which was a snake, back was broken, and he threw the carcass into the corner. Yeah, my mistake, y'all. So yeah, that happened. And yeah, so when the parents came home, they assumed wrong, and they thought the dog killed their baby. So that's where I stopped. And yeah, so give me a sec. I will play the audio. One sec. Oopsie. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, one sec, y'all. I am pulling up the audio so we can do it. Okay. Okay, I opened the audio. Okay, this. So let me just see. So they didn't see the baby. They didn't see the baby. Because they didn't see the baby. So it says they didn't see so they pushed open the door of their little house as the yellow light of summer streamed into the darkness. They saw the straw of the bed scattered all over the floor. They saw the fire circle ruined. They saw Gwenfort standing in the circle of the dark room, panting her tail, wagging her head high with pride, completely covered in blood. So the dog must be happy he protected the baby for them. But the parents don't know that. They assumed the wrong thing because the baby must be in the side corner, but they didn't see. They only saw the main event that happened, which was the dog right over there with blood. The only thing that. Maybe the baby was inside. I don't know because I stopped at that part, but we will go. So I'm right here. So it says, they saw Granford standing in the center of the dark room, panting, her tail wagging, her head high with pride, completely covered in blood. What they did not see was their baby girl. Well, they got panicked. They figured the worst, so they took the dog outside and they killed her. Guys, don't get confused. The woman is telling the story. The one who is a Brewster. The one that was sitting right next to him. That was sitting right next to, like, shoulder to shoulder, like sitting right next to him, because there was everyone shoulder by shoulder, everyone like that, just sitting. And they were actually waiting for the king to march in. So let's go back there. If I go back, it says, okay, I'm just giving y'all a review. Yeah, so the inn was packed, butchers and brewers, peasants and priests, knights and nobodies, everyone here to see King march by. So that was the people in the inn I was talking about. They wanted to see the king march and no information, because some people are like that. Yeah. So yeah, and that woman sitting next to that random man was this woman who seen that girl grew up, or like who knows a lot about the girl. So yeah, so let's start the story. I am in page 3. So I'm gonna read the last sentence and we're gonna read it, okay? Well, they got panicked. They figured the worst. So they took the dog outside and they killed her. Wait, I cried. But the dog isn't dead, it's alive. He's assuming it's this dog, right? So that's the random man next to her. It was dead, said Mary. Now it's alive. What? Yo, I'm so confused. How's that possible? And it says, I opened my mouth and no sound came out. Same here. So let's start this story in page 4. Okay, y'all? I'm ready. I'm starting my computer. Let's see if it, one sec. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, let me.
I open my mouth, and no sound comes out.
Okay.
They come back into that house and try to put their lives back together. They were crying, of course, because they loved that dog, and they loved their little girl even more. But we peasants know that life ain't gonna stop for our tears. So they clean up. They put the embers back in the fire pit. They pick up the straw from the beds. And that's when they see her. Baby Jean, lying asleep in the hay. And in a corner, the dead snake. Well, they picked up their daughter and held her tight and cried for joy. And after a little bit of that, they looked at each other, mother and father, and realized the horrible mistake they had made. So they took the body of Gwen Ford, and they buried her out in a beautiful grove in the forest, a short walk from the village. They dug up purple crocuses and planted them all around her grave. As the years went by, we started to venerate that dog proper, like the saint she is. Every time a new baby was born, they'd always go out to the Holy Grove and pray to Saint Gwenfort, the Holy Greyhound, to keep that baby safe. Well, years